in 2007, 2008, I purchased a Subway. At one time I had 4 Subways, and then when I sold that original Subway was when I used some of that money to fund this restaurant. So it was being in the Subway business prior to that, and still I'm a financial planner and have been for 25 years. So it's just a Subway restaurant that was my experience, nothing with full service or anything like that. The original idea came from my son Dawson. When he was 8, we owned a Subway. He came home one day from school and he was in the back of the car and he goes, "I think we should open a restaurant," because I had cooked chili for a party for Breeders' Cup for years for my friends. So he said, "I think we should cook chili. We should have a restaurant called School Hustle Chili," and blah blah blah. And he pretty much outlined everything that was here. Then it took me about 2 years of just thinking about it to put the ideas together. 4 of the recipes I had been using on my own, and then I created the other recipes, actually 5 of them. Just either decided to go online and take 3 recipes and combine them together, or just created it on my own. So that gives us the 7 main chilies that we have. And that's where it came from. He designed it. So we put it together. It looks like a lot like a combination of a Subway and a Camille's is how the restaurant, if you look at it, the way it's designed, it's a combination of those 2 things. Well, the first, when you're choosing a location for any business, the first thing is what's available. The only 2 spots that were really available were this one and the one where the Dairy Queen is. But the Parthenon, who had that before, had alcohol, but the church, it's too close to the church, and the church said they already said they wouldn't allow alcohol there. So it was being close to campus, as much traffic as we could get, and then finding what's available at the time. I met with a gentleman who had the space. We came to terms, shook hands on it, and started working on it from there. Because that was the whole design. I mean, the whole concept was it was something unique, and it was something that I knew how to do. Would we have been better off here just as a sandwich shop? I don't know. I mean, if you put a grill in and you grill burgers back there and you throw them out like Five Guys, then Five Guys is your competitor. There was no... It wasn't that we said we were going to just open a restaurant. What kind should we open? It was, hey, we're going to open a chili restaurant. Where? So the question is, what do I do to bring people in? Also, chili is expensive and hard to cook, hard to get the product. The beautiful thing about franchising this is you could basically go into any storefront anywhere and put this in because of our cooking process. You don't need vents, you don't need hoods, you don't need a fry grill. So I'd love to expand the product mix. Every time you expand the product mix, you make it more complicated. Nothing beats just our main bowl of chili with the bottoms. I still think it's franchisable. We just don't know how to get it to catch on. And maybe it's the space, it's the location, it's the university, or it's the product. I don't know where the problem lies. Nobody does. It's the difficulty of a restaurant. Our main competitor is just any other restaurant. It's just trying to get people to come here versus go to Noodles or Rice Cafe or something like that. It's figuring how to do things without spending a lot of money. Small businesses is all about not running out of money. To do as much as you can without running out of money. To market as much as you can without spending any money. To get people in without spending money. To keep your food cost in line without cutting quality. Number one is I love the employees here. It's fun to meet the students. Having people come in. My favorite thing is when people bring their parents in. Because that's about the highest compliment you can, is when your parents come and visit you. If this is the place that you bring them to eat, then that's rewarding. Hindsight's 20/20, and when I got out of college, Subways were nothing. So you could have gotten a Subway and became a multimillionaire pretty easily just by working hard. In the restaurant, I wouldn't have done it. It's so difficult to do this, creating something from scratch. We have a lot of money into this place. It's not that I don't like it and I don't enjoy the satisfaction and the satisfaction of people coming in, but it's the stress that you got to get cash flow, and cash flow is hard. And 3 years into it, we haven't branched through that sky where cash flow is easy. Most restaurants don't even make it the first year. So if I had it to do over again, I wouldn't have done it. Franchising is a great way to do it. I told my manager, Elliot, from last year that I left it, my advice to him would be to go somewhere, buy a Subway, and live in it. That's your start. You want to have a happy life? That's the advice. Buy it, find money somewhere, work 85 hours a week, live in it for the first year. That's illegal, but don't tell anybody. And pay it off in a year. Then you can go do something else and you got a $3,000 or $4,000 a month income at your back. That would be my advice.